One of my most disliked videos I have ever created. And you know what? That's okay. I started talking about things on this channel because I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy saying what I really want to say into this mic because honestly, it's therapeutic. This YouTube channel is like a journal for me. So in this video, I'm gonna be completely honest the entire time and not care about what anybody else thinks. It's my opinion. The quote-unquote underground, if you can even call it that, is burnt. Now, let me preface something. The reason I don't cover underground content as much as I could is because truthfully, it's volatile. It's toxic, weird. I don't know, there's better channels for that. I'm not hating if you create content on the underground. Occasionally, I break my own rules and do that if I'm interested enough, but I'm usually just not. And that's because the underground moves faster than any genre I have ever seen in my life. Like, who in the fuck is Ian? I checked out his music and it just sounded like hundreds of other artists I've already heard. But I'm getting ahead of myself. See, this scene is filled with ego, and one thing I cannot stand is having ego. You and I bleed the exact same. No amount of numbers in my bank account or my social media is going to change that. But it seems like nobody else truly understands that. This scene is just so played out of corny behavior. Like the kid who was in front of Laser Dim in New York and he said, "Hey, crash out, crash out." When I watch certain vlogs and get a closer look at the type of people who would go to a Laser Dim and Osama-san and Netspin show, it really puts it into perspective for me. I'm too old for this shit.
Shit, I smoked the blunt before I came here.
Do you feel like Song Sun is better than Kid Carson?
Yes,
So,
for sure.
Song Sun over Kid.
Yeah, Song Sun over Kid.
I'm literally an unk, and I'm gonna tell you what made me realize that. But in order to understand that, you're gonna need context. So let's see. 2012, I'm in middle school, which goes to show you how old I am. I was in the midst of my emo era, riding on the school bus, listening to Suicide Silence, Chelsea Grin, Bring Me the Horizon. So, as you can probably tell, I was already a little weird. The way I got into the quote-unquote underground back in 2012 was I was trick-shotting on Call of Duty, right? Yes, I was in the Six Mans, I had an Elgato. I didn't really try and go for any clans, I was just trick-shotting for fun. I didn't take it that serious. Plus, I was way better at sniping. Anyway, I used to watch all these trick-shotting montages that people would edit, and I cannot remember what video it was exactly, but this one montage used a song from the Bones 2012 album White Rapper called Casey Jones. I still love that song. Now, I already had a SoundCloud, so I went on SoundCloud, searched the song up, put it in my likes, and for a while, that was it. Until people started using more Bones songs, then people started using Night Lavelle's songs.
Like Call of Duty vlogs where he just like talk a whole bunch of shit while he's playing.
Right.
There was him. I used to watch like FaZe.
Right.
You know FaZe?
Yeah.
Like trick shots. I
You know
used to
Scares?
watch. Yeah, of course. yeah. Black Ops 2. Like I had everything. I was more Call of Duty kid.
Are you saying that Sexual Water Boys are like a soundtrack to the Call of Duty online community?
Yeah, you could say that for sure.
Right.
Call of Duty kids love to edit to Sexual Water Boys
Really?
songs. Yes.
Wow, that's crazy.
And my songs. It's sick. Some people find it annoying. Like there's some fans that'll be like, "Yo, stop using the songs in Call of Duty edits." But I mean, it just gets us more exposure.
You know who?
And I was in that community that he's talking about. That's really how I got put onto the underground, except this is when it was actually underground. Rather, this is when it was actually original music that didn't sound like anything on the radio. I heavily gravitated towards this. I mean, it sent me down such a rabbit hole that I could say some names right now from around these times that I'm sure a majority of you watching this video would have no idea who I'm talking about, and that's probably because you're a new gen. And let me say this real quick before I continue. There's nothing wrong with being a new gen. Me not being a new gen just means I've been a loser for a lot longer than you. Young Jizza is dead, old Icy Twat, Casey, Benji Bands, I mean, wow. I mean, I could go on and on about what's actually underground and what I was personally into when I was introduced to this scene, you know? It was like, you couldn't go to school and hear someone bumping a quote-unquote underground artist, well, because they were actually underground. Now, I feel like these kids everywhere are listening to Laser Dim, Summers, Isaiah, Ian, and honestly, who else?
Alright. I'm gonna continue the video, but, I'm gonna let most, if not all, if not the whole video play out, because when he's talking about the underground is burnt, I have some things, cause me as an underground artist, there's some things that I want to touch on, but we'll get to that. I recommend that you sit through. I recommend that you sit through the rest of this video, and if not, I will have a timestamp right there that you can skip to if you want to get straight to me just talking, because I have stuff on my chest I want to fucking say, but I'm gonna wait till the video is over to give my thoughts.
Netspin, Osama-san, 1C. I mean, I don't even really consider it underground anymore. These kids are weird, the rappers are even weirder, and the way everyone goes up nowadays is so inauthentic. Like, people aren't naturally discovering these artists anymore. All these unfunny underground pages just post artists for interactions and easy money, which actually leads me into my next thing. Underground pages have always been really weird to me. I'm not gonna lie, like, they were kind of funny at one point, but that was when I was like 18. So yeah, of course I'm gonna find Hyperpop Daily funny, but like now, nah, it's not funny. It's just honestly like more of a rat race. Like, there's so many pages you can find that cover underground content that literally just copy each other verbatim. And once they hit that little 10K on Instagram, they think they're hot shit just because all these terrible artists that just copy the next man want to throw money at you. Yes, I'm hating. Cool. Don't care. And this doesn't go for every single rap page, but if you're getting your feelings hurt, that's probably because it applies to you. The thing is, I low-key kind of understand it. I mean, imagine posting your 5th Ian meme of the week and you're getting about 2,000 likes and a few hundred comments and constantly having artists try to pay you hundreds of dollars just to meme them for promo. Must be nice. My head would be kind of boosted too. Most of these pages all sort of follow the same formula too, which is meme, promo, or scam. Or literally all three. Then they post beefs for interactions. I mean, how low do we really have to go for interactions? Funny coming from me. Speaking of beef is another reason I think the underground can be kind of lame at times. Most of the time. Like, let's seriously think about every single time that beef was like a huge part of some era in the underground. I mean, you had Bones versus Scrim, SGP versus everyone, Ski Mask and GBC, Summers and Can versus Sofago, Jason, fucking everybody. Who has not beefed with Jace at this point? And honestly, it's not even like beef is selectively exclusive to this underground shit. Like, that's obvious, but it's so publicized in the underground that it becomes a driving factor for monetary gain. It's gross. But not as gross as one of the most disgusting problems in the underground, and I bet you already know where this is going. Now, I am not going to directly say any names, but a lot of these rappers in the underground are taking stuff. And taking little stuff too. You cannot pay me to figure out why this scene specifically likes children so much. Like, I genuinely don't understand it. For this section, I really can't even think of how many times I've heard of, oh, this rapper is flying out 15-year-olds. Oh, this rapper just assaulted this girl and some other girls. I made a whole video about a certain artist that did this and I was silent, so I don't want to talk about this for too long, but please do not idolize these people. Cool, they made music that you enjoy, but at the end of the day, they're people and they're usually terrible people. Like Puya. Now for the whole reason I actually even thought about making this video. I personally feel like if something has completely ruined the underground for me, it's streamers like Your Rage, I'm Dante, and Black Boy Max. Now let me say something. There is absolutely no disrespect towards these guys at all. I like the content that they create. Kind of. And I'm not even sure where it really started because I remember Dante was bumping Comethazine on stream and playing Fortnite with X. I mean, Dante's been low-key doing this for like way longer than people think. Anyway, I saw this video of Dante basically cosplaying Laser Dim 700 and making a song trying to rap like him. Now, few problems with this. First of all, Laser just started getting some attention, and this just turned it up to like the max level, right? It's like underground artists don't even have a chance to be underground anymore because these massive streamers are just too tapped in. They go and play their music on stream. Now, is it really underground? No. I've seen countless comments saying your rage put me onto insert rapper here. Same thing with Max, which is probably why the general consumer of underground music is like 15 to 17, because what grown man is watching Your Rage and Playboy Max in their free time?
I'm not.
Let's actually be serious, respectfully. And it's no disrespect. Like I said, I just feel like if you're grown, you shouldn't be watching a streamer in your free time. That's just a personal thing, though. I'm a hater. Like, come on, gang. You're a grown man, and you're sitting there watching Aiden Ross. You're sitting there watching Kai Cenat. As a grown man, you have bills. Go get a job. Go start a family. You're grown. Or go be the Aiden Ross. Go be the Kai Cenat. Like, there's streamers for, like, grown-ups, I guess. But, like, those specific kind of streamers, like, the ones aforementioned, like, Your Rage and Max, those are for, like, you know, low-key high schoolers. Grown men should not be watching them niggas. I'm gonna be real, bro. I'm just saying. I'm getting off topic. I just am not a fan of these streamers putting countless people onto these artists. Not because I don't want to see the artists get bigger, but because I just think the community gets more plagued each time, bro. And it's like, why can't they come up naturally anymore? Bro, there's a video with Max and Laser on Discord doing a damn 20 versus 1, and it's just like, what? How? Like, I get it. Ooh, he's from Atlanta. He talks like an idiot. He acts like he's slow. Very funny, I guess. I'm an old head, bro. I remember listening to Summers and literally nobody knew who he was. But then TikTok happened and now it's like...
It's that bird business. Around here, you reach for a chain, you get turned to a stat. On foreign then.
Swing your pole, nigga, and big bird business that, and oh fuck. Whole time they don't even know anything about the way this man was rapping on Kalari beats and making whole albums about a girl that cheated on him. I mean, the underground is just not the underground anymore. It's cooked, it's finished, it's trash. And that's why I'm just not a fan of it. I think it's genuinely burnt out. You know, while I'm making this video, I think the biggest thing, and this is a shot at myself, is that I'm just too old for what the underground is turning into now. Yes, it's much larger than what it was when I first got into it, and I mean, that's kind of the whole point. But what it is now is all these artists copying someone that came before them, which you could argue was common in all forms of music, but with rap, especially underground rap, trust me, no one is doing anything super new. Do I think these artists aren't good? I wouldn't say that either. It's just nothing really new. I think the last artist we got that genuinely brought something new to the table was Yeet. Even though he had been rapping for years, that era where he was making up words, Twizzy this, and rapping over these crazy, insane, high-energy beats with bells in 2021 was actually really interesting thinking on it now. I think 2021 was the last year I genuinely enjoyed the underground scene, to be completely honest. And so I don't know, I mean, I guess you could chop this whole video up into me just being an old head, because when I first got into the scene, like I said, it was when the originators were still coming up. 13 years later, the originators aren't even mentioned anymore. But wait, there's light at the end of this tunnel. Thank God there are countless artists I discover all the time that are nowhere near popular, and I think they definitely deserve to be popular. Unfortunately, I'm not going to tell you who they are because I'm a gatekeeping loser. Go discover them for yourself like how I did. I'm UVXCX. Later.
Come around here, promise you ain't last alone. Like what this nigga feel like, cause he said my name in that song. We up in his bone. Like this nigga got me coming broke out of stone.
Okay. Hold on. Relax. I know someone may be like, what the fuck did you just do this? What the fuck was that? Well, I take medicine. I don't know if y'all knew that, but I have medication that I have to take. Or else I'll go off the deep end. as if I'm not on the edge already enough. But that's besides the point. What I wanted to say is that, first of all, I understand where UVXCX is coming from. Like, yes, shit is played out and stuff like that. Yeah, it's most definitely played out. But there still is good amounts of music that you can find. Well, that's the first thing. Second thing is, don't idolize me. Please don't. I mean, I'm a good person when you really get to know me. And I may be addicted to nicotine, which is a problem within itself. But like, don't idolize me. Don't worship me. Like, I'm really nothing. I'm really nothing that special. At least I don't view myself as such. Like, yeah, I've released a lot of, I have released like music and stuff like that. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like a lot of it you should. I feel like a lot of it you should check out. Like, for example, my fucking Act 1 proving to myself that I can do this mixtape, which has 14 songs. I feel like that should be I feel like you should check out my music if you want to. Remember that. If you want to. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it, because I feel like, even though I feel like I'm not really anything special, I feel like I'd be spitting. But that could just be me. But third, it's just really unfortunate. That a lot of these artists are fucking weirdos, like, and not the good type of weirdo either. Not the good type of weirdo like me. I ain't talking like my kind of weirdness or UVXCX's weirdness. I'm talking about like you doing fucking evil shit. Like fucking sexually manipulating children. Fucking sexually manipulating women. Raping women. Dehumanizing women. And like vile acts like that. Like, if y'all know me, y'all know that I don't rock with that shit. And it's really fucking unfortunate that that's what's full, that's what a lot of the underground contains. Like, it low-key hurts my soul. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, that it low-key hurts my soul. Because I'm an underground artist myself. It's just really fucking unfortunate that a lot of these, that there's a lot of these artists that be taking stuff and taking little kid stuff too. Like the shit. It's just heartbreaking, and it makes me sad. Because this is like, music is like a part of me. Like, I've had a vision and enjoyed listening to music and enjoying on learning how this shit goes. Halfway. I don't know the full scope, not even most of the scope. Like, I only know about half of how this shit works. And I started off trash. And that's gonna come to number 4. Is it don't matter if you make good music or not. Like, if you're a weirdo that needs to stay like at least a mile away from a school, that means you need to stay at least a mile away from a school. Or you just need to stay a mile away from women in general. If that's the type of shit that you want to pull. But yeah, I already did this. Who the fuck do I think I am? The 4 Horsemen? But really though, like, this shit is just heartbreaking to me. Cause I do want to get some exposure or traction, but I'm not gonna be like going on TikTok and stuff, making a TikTok account and promoting my music, because there's already like thousands of artists that do that. Like, I wanna be discovered naturally. That's why I barely promote my shit. It's because I want to be discovered naturally. Yeah, I may share a song that I made in like a in like a Discord, in like a fucking Discord servers that I'm in here and there. But I'm not about trying to shove my music down people's throats. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. Like I already said, I'm not with that. Like, I want to be discovered organically for the most part. Oh, and also, yeah, I don't, most of my friends, most of the people in my life, they don't even know that I make music. The only people that know that I make music in real life, the only people that know that I make music in real life is Brendan, Nikki, Nisha, and my family members that live in this house with me, which includes my mom, my dog Lori, my older brother Chris, my sister McKaylee, and my oldest brother Cody. Those are the only people in real life that I know, like IRL, and have met IRL, that know that I make music. Back then there were a lot more people that knew that I made music. But my first run as an artist, I ain't gonna lie, my ass gave up. My ass gave up after like a year or 2 years. My ass like gave up like after 2 years. Like, I started originally making music when I was 13. And I stopped making music when I was 15. But I would do poetry. I would do poetry for like my high school English classes. Like I would do poetry. And that was like an extension of music. Like, musically, I decided when I stopped initially making music, I decided to put the music endeavors, I decided to put it into poetry. And I did that for about 2 years. 2-3 years. From when I was 15 all the way to when I was 18. And then I decided to pick up music again I decided to give it another try and to take that shit kind of seriously. And I ain't gonna lie, I do get upset. I do kind of get upset when people say, like, my music is ass and stuff like that. I haven't had no one tell me that my music was ass, but they gave me constructive criticism. Like Glow Bro, for example. Like he gave me criticism on it. He gave me criticism on one of my songs, which is a song called "I Hope You Remember Me." Like he gave me constructive criticism. I haven't had anyone tell me that the music that my second run was ass. I had a lot of people tell me my first run was ass, which is understandable because, guys, I was dropping songs like "Eat That Pussy Like Little Caesars." Like, what the fuck is that shit? What was I thinking? I was 13 or 14 when I made that song. What the fuck was I thinking? Like that shit is ridiculous. That shit is ridiculous. That shit is ridiculous. That I really made a song called "Eat That Pussy Like Little Caesars" and I thought that shit was gonna fly? Really? Like, seriously, like, really? For real, like, that shit was ass. That shit was ass. But, like, for real, I made a song called "Eat That Pussy Like Little Caesars." Like, that shit is trash. Like, real shit. That shit was trash. But yeah, that shit was ass. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking when I released that shit. I don't know what I was thinking. But yeah, I wanted to come on here real quick because I wanted, well, not even real quick. Like, I've been recording for fucking 33 minutes. But the moral of this... Actually, before I get into the moral of this story, I want to add a little bit more. So I think my second run is going good so far. I ain't gonna lie. There are a couple songs I released that, like, I would understand if someone said it was ass, like fucking BlackSouls Selena 777 or Trying Something Different. Wait, I think it was called Trying Something New. I would understand if you called them songs ass, even though with my music and the lyrics, I put time and effort into that shit. Like, a lot of the shit that I write about is stuff that I felt at that current time, or shit that I was feeling in the past that I feel like I should make a song out of it. So I'm able to cope. So I'm able to cope with the past things that happened in my life, or stuff that happened at that time, or stuff that is currently happening. So yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. And no, and there's a reason why I didn't say, "Hey y'all, it's BlackSouls" at the beginning. Because this stuff that I've been talking for the past like 25 plus minutes, even though there's been a lot of stuttering and pauses, I feel like I had to express like how I feel about the whole thing. And I used that Underground is Burnt by UVXCX as an example. Because I watched his video in the past and I didn't really have much to say about it, but I feel like it's a perfect time to kind of like talk about it and dive in deep about my own personal feelings and my own personal opinionated expressions about, because I felt, especially now, especially today, I felt like that video really touched me. Because I am an underground artist. I am an underground artist. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I'm in this in-between state. Where there's songs that I do for fun, but there's songs that I've done or will do in the future that is for fun. And then there's the others, then there's more music that I have made or have yet to make into like a finalized song or whatever serious. So I can make songs for fun, but I also can make songs that are serious. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my thoughts on the underground currently. So, yeah. I hope y'all enjoy the video. Y'all can do anything y'all put your minds to. I believe in you. I love y'all so much, and I'll see y'all in the next video or whatever. Love y'all. Peace.
You love me, but it always